There we go, we are here, we are at Hodgett's. I'm talking a little bit quieter because people either side of me, so I don't want to bother them. You can, although it's really windy, you kind of hear a pin drop round here, so I don't want to be gassing on too much. Got 2 rods out already, I'm about to put a third out on a zig a bit longer. There are fish showing in front of me, I'm getting line bites. I'll tell you in a bit more detail what I'm doing once I'm all settled down and got the rods out for real. And yeah, hopefully we'll get a fish. Got 24 hours, it could happen. Well, how's about that for timing? Well, does the timing get any better than that? Just saying to you guys, oh, it could happen. What I've decided to do instead of getting the fish out straight away is leave it in the net in the margins, and then I'm going to put my 2 rods back out, so well, the zig out for the first time. Got a fresh rig on that one ready to go. If this is a feeding window, I want to capitalise on it. And also, daylight is limited at this time of year, so I don't want to waste like a load of 10-15 minutes doing a fish, you know, all the pictures, getting it back out, taking your waders off, all that rubbish. But we love it. I can't believe it, to have got one that quick. You know, I knew I was on fish, but that's ridiculous, man. I've not even got the startled me. Not even got the third rod out yet. And the first one's away. Yeah, and this fish is nailed, like this rig. See if you can see this. Right in there. It's literally about 3 inches wide. That was well in there. Right, I'll show you it, and then I'm going to weigh it just with the sling, and then I'll take the weight of the sling off afterwards. Do it that way. It's a chunky fish though. This could be a low 20, it's at least a high 10. Could be a low 20 to be fair. But yeah, that's pretty big. I'm gonna say that's maybe 20. That's really cool, that's awesome. I'm well happy with that one. I'll show you the other side. Man, if this is the only one we get this trip, it's already worth it. That's the petrol and the ticket paid for as far as I'm concerned. Going to winter, a big fish like that under my belt. Get on. Right, let's do the weight. I do want a couple of pictures of that one, so I don't want to mess about too much. £24.5 with the sling, so we're around about the £20 mark there, I'd imagine. One last look for you guys, and we'll get it back. It's actually quite a decent fish with this leg. So the record's about £25, £27, something like that. Get in. Got about another 20 hours as well. Yes. Well, we're a 20-pounder deep, and I'm only just now saying hello properly. That is brilliant. It's over 20 pounds because the sling weighed just over 4 pounds, making that fish just over 20 pounds. I'm not too bothered about the ounces, but a 20-pound mirror, back end of November, that's brilliant. I'll take that. That is, oh, love it, love it, love it. So what I've done is I have put 2 rods out over some bait, just 8 swans, on little wafter rigs, on German rigs. First time I've used them, I've caught them already, but I just really like the look of it, so I'm going to tie up a couple more of them. And yeah, that fish was nailed back in the gob, so it wanted that bait, and the rig worked so well. Yeah, tie up a couple more of those. I've then chucked my zig a bit further, so those 2 rods on bait are about 40 odd yards, and I've just chucked my zig at about 60 yards. This swim has a range of 65 yards. I was going to fish a little bit further to the left, but then the guy set up over there and he came over and said, I'll weigh your lead, and it does sort of end up in front of me. I was like, oh, fair enough. I mean, my limit of my swim is actually a bit further to the left than where I was catching, but you know, it's just the way it is on these plays. I'm actually in a double peg, but no one's in that next one, so I'm more than happy to fish a little bit further to the right, and it's worked. Really, really happy. Oh, sun's come out. Great. There is going to be some weather this trip. It's going to rain, it's going to be windy, the wind's going to swing round, so I'm buzzing to be off the mark. Oh, brilliant. Right, bit of rig tying. I'll show you it when I've done them, and then yeah, hopefully catch another fish or two. One's just gotten away with it on the zig. Look out. So I've just put that zig back out. Yeah, a little bit annoying to have missed one, but just the nature of zig fishing. You've got that long hook link and a relatively small hook. I think you just lose a few, especially when it's barbless rules. I've tied up a couple more German rigs because it's looking like we might get a few bites. This is what I'm talking about, this is what I'm using. So essentially, it's kind of like a wafter rig, so you've got your wafter on a little swivel there that moves up and down the shank. Hook bead stopping it just at the back there, and then the hook link itself is coated braid, soft coated braid, all the way through, no breaks in it, and a sinker about an inch from the hook, and that little bit of bait edge pulls it down into the bottom lip. You'll see when you lift it up, it's just always ready to go in the bottom lip, and just do the old palm test, bang, it's in. So very effective rig, and actually it was inspired by the late Ian McMillan. I was watching one of his videos and he was using this, and I thought, yeah, that looks about right for me, because I've never really been happy with my bottom bait rigs. I use a lot of pop-ups everywhere I go, but using a tiny wafter on like a proper big blowback type rig just didn't seem right, but that just looks brilliant. I've been putting a little PVA bag on it just to stop it tangling, and then loop at the end to go on a quick change system. So yeah, I'm very happy. I've got 2 of them out, 2 of them in the tackle box there, so I'm ready. It gets dark very quick though, so we've only got about 2 hours of proper light left. But we caught. So that's the before dark recast done. I put out the 2 rigs that I tied earlier, so I've got completely fresh rigs out on that beta spot, couple of spawns. The zig, I'm going to leave. I think it's fine. If I've not had a fish on it before I go to bed, I'll probably put that on a pop-up and put it just off my baited spot. That's like a classic big fish tactic. But for now, I'm happy with it being out there in the dark. I've caught plenty of fish on zigs in the dark. So yeah, I'm confident in it. I'm in the bivvy now. The weather is turning a little bit, you know, a bit windier, a little spot of rain. This is what I've got for tea tonight. I'll start with a chicken tikka masala and pilau rice. Make sure you take the feathers out first, Rodney. I'm gonna go wash that down with a lovely milk stout. Got some chocolate to nibble on, and then a couple of mince pies for after. Now these are Marks and Spencer's frangipane mince pies, so you know I'm going to do a review on them. That's what I'm doing this winter. Right up until Christmas I'm reviewing mince pies. Then later on, to wash that down, I'm going to have a toffee nut coffee with a bit of rum in there, and that will see me into the night well. I don't like to drink too much on the bank because you know, if you're on your own, it might be a bit dangerous, and also it's also a bit like, you know, a bit tragic really. So just a little bit when I'm on my own. And yeah, I am a bit of a curry connoisseur, but you know, you don't want a bit of Gandhi's revenge right on the bank, so I stick with the kormas of the masalas while I'm fishing, and then have myself a Balti or something back home. But yeah, that'll be nice. I'll get that cooked up now, and hopefully the alarms will go as well at some point. Lovely. Just about ready there. I figured out a new way to have a camera going in the bivvy, hands-free with the light. I'm absolutely getting blinded by this, so yeah, I hope this is worth it. I've had my curry, I've had my stout. It was delicious, both of them. So now it's time for the mince pie review. So these are the Marks and Spencer's frangipane topped mince pies. Thank you to Soph's mum Melanie for getting me these. Soph and Stan and Mel are in Paris at the moment. So what I did was I wangled the rota a bit so I could have 2 days together, because while they're away, perfect opportunity for me to do the night somewhere.
So there she blows. That's what we're looking at. Now, I'm going to admit, I have had one at home already, so I do kind of know what we're getting. But so far, I'm seeing density here, you know. That thing is packed. Now, let's get it out. And this was an issue last time. It is in there. Look, it's actually peeling off. Yeah? I mean, it's out, but that's not ideal. I like to be able to scoop it out and use that as a little plate. So, yeah, good and flaky, I believe. That looks nice. That looks nice. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Good mouthful, at least half on the first go. You seen it? Now it's good, but strictly speaking, is it really a full mince pie? Because it's more of a frangipan tart. Frangipan's very almondy, if you don't know. There's only really, you know, there's not a lot of mince pie stuff going on in there, but I am tasting it, so I suppose it's doing a job it should. Let's have a bit more. I am getting a richness for butteriness. Not a lot of spice from the mince, but the frangipan's good. And the little bits of almond on top. You can get that almond kick, so I'm going to judge it without kind of factoring in the frangipan as an extra, because it's got to be, you know, it's got to be equal against all others. I can't just have, oh, the frangipan mince pie won. Well, yeah, of course it did. It's got the stuff on top, so as a whole thing, I'm thinking if I gave the last one 7.2, this is 8. 8. Let's stick with 8. Yeah, 8. Very good. Lovely. I've got this one and one more. Marks and Spencer's frangipan chopped mince pies. 8 out of 10. Great. Let's get that kettle on and get me rum and coffee on the go. Yes. Yes, sir. Oh, I redid my... I forgot I'm fishing. I redid my zig rod as well. Shortened it by a foot. Put it at the maximum range of my swim and wanged it out there because I'm hearing fish, but I can't see them when I stand out there. So I'm assuming they're out of, you know, my visual range. So I put it at the maximum distance and cracked it out there. Good and proper. Well, that's me basically bivvy bound for the night now, but not to worry because I've got a couple of films downloaded. It's about 8 o'clock now, so I'll probably only watch one of them and then get a bit of an early night by my standards. Let's get that in there. You know it. So this will tuck me right in, and with a bit of luck something will wake me up. If not, I've got until about 12:30 tomorrow. And considering we got 3 bites in, well, about 2 hours today. I think something could happen. I think it's maybe more of a daytime thing. I don't know what went on, why I got so many bites so quickly and then nothing since, but yeah, we won't complain. Right, this is hot, but let's have a little sip. She's good. She's got that little bit of hum behind her, but yeah, that'll be nice. Okay, if I don't see other fish, I'll see you in the morning.
These swans are determined to ruin my morning. Yeah, good morning. Nothing happened last night. Shame, but a bit of a relief really, because it's just been chucking it down all night. I've done an early morning recast because those rods have been sat for like 15 hours with nothing happening. So I've got fresh rigs, fresh hook baits on them, back out there. 6 spoms over the top. I was kind of thinking I caught my fish really quickly yesterday over 8 spoms, and got a second bite as well. So maybe they do want a bit of bait, and maybe that just couple of spoms I've been topping up with wasn't enough. So I've given them 6. And then recast the zig again as far as the limit of my water is allowed, because there are fish showing at range all over the place, to be fair. In fact, some of them aren't even at range, some of them are right close in, so a zig out amongst them has got to make sense. Keep an eye on these swans. Right, I'm going to get back in the bivvy and have a bit of sleep, I think, because yeah, I'm drenched and I'm tired.
And there's porridge. Lovely.
My zig is away in the rain. It's chucking it. Get under here a bit. Got to keep this one on after 2 missed chances yesterday. I think it's so dreamy.
Are you having a good time?
Yeah. This is only my second one on.
Oh,
I lost a
time in there.
Yeah, I lost a couple yesterday, but I'm on it.
That's good. Have you got until about lunchtime?
Yeah, 12:30.
Alright then. Well, should we ring you later?
Yeah, 5-10 minutes.
No, I can't do 5-10 minutes because I've got to go.
Okay then, right. Well, I'll talk to you later then.
We're an hour ahead of you.
Yeah, I got it. Right, I'll have to leave you.
I'll ring you later.
Okay, bye. Bye, Stanley.
Stanley says hello, bye-bye. Oh, you're sad. It's Stanley on the phone. Oh.
See ya.
Call you later.
Well, brilliant, we've got another one in the rain on the zig. Never underestimate a zig. But of course it happened while Sophie was video calling me from France. Poor Stanley didn't know what was going on, started crying. Right, get my waders on, get this fish out, have a look at it. It's not massive. But it's good to catch too, I tell you. The zig, always have a zig out. Zig a zig. Ah. Nice. Behind you. Hey. Well, since we caught a 20 yesterday, I'm not going to weigh this one. It's about 12, 13 pound, something like that. Well, maybe, yeah, 12 or 13. It's got that long zig line wrapped around it a bit, so let's just make sure hook comes out, barbless and all that. Oh, that's one a big crap in the net, great. Weirdly, quite a lot of sand and stones in that fish's poo. There we go. Get that bit off it. I love all that. Just getting its winter colours at the back there, them sort of oranges and yellows. That's cool. Yeah, 12, 13 pounds, something like that. And just nice to get another one on each day. And sometimes I think having a zig out kind of negates things like bite time and that, because you're not relying on a fish being down troughing and just coming across it. Quick flip round. There we go. Nice one. Good fight on this one as well. That's what we like. That's what we like. Brilliant. This will all see me into winter nice and happy. So if we just go, oh Jesus, just go back to basics for a moment here. I've just had to retie that zig, so I thought I'd show you at the same time. You know, experts keep scrolling and all that. So there's many different ways you can type a zig, but I just use the zig aligners. A few different companies use them, make them, sorry. This is the Fox one. Team that up with a size 8 wide gate, and you're laughing, and I don't think you should get too bogged down in things like the colour, the height it is, you know, just keep it really simple. I always think the higher up it is, the darker it needs to be, the lower down it is, the brighter it needs to be. This is somewhere in the middle, so I've gone for a bright and a dark one, yellow and black, which is a classic combination of zig rig fishing. The water I'm fishing out there is around 20 foot, so the zig is set at about 8 foot, so I'm just below half depth. If it was any sunnier, I'd probably go just above half depth. And yeah, on a high stock venue like this, I think fish just happen to come across it and just take it. It's a really good tactic for just casting at areas where you think fish are, but you don't really want to mess about finding out what's on the bottom. And I just put that on a lead clip with an anti-tangle sleeve. Real simple stuff. Right, let's get it out there. So I'm down to my last 30-40 minutes now, and the lad opposite's just had a couple, so I'm still holding on to hope I might get one more fish. That would be great. But very satisfying session to have caught two, one of them being 20. I thought it was going to be the first year since I caught my first ever 20, but I've not caught a 20, but luckily it happened, and yeah, it's been lovely sitting it. Like, look at the autumnal trees and everything, the silver birches, they're turning first, and then you've got the evergreens in the back. Yeah, it's been nice. It's been wet and miserable, but I've not been cold at any point, so I have quite enjoyed it, actually, just sitting out in the rain, and I've just been living in my way, just standing in the rain. It's been great. Not looking forward to packing that away with it all being soaking wet, but there you go. Anyway, another 30-40 minutes and I'll be doing that, so let's hope we get one more fish. Proper stuck it out to the end, even had my rods on the mat. Well, there we go, I've just dropped my mat off and I'm bumping my way out of here, back up to sunny North Yorkshire. So yeah, good trip I'd say. 2 fish, that's nice, and a 20, so I got exactly what I came for. Can't help but feel a little bit hurt about the 2 I lost, and I do think like, man, that trip could have been 3 or 4 fish, but instead it's just 2, but doesn't matter. We still caught, we still had a good time. Packing away in the rain was horrible, but the car's warming up nicely. So yeah, what a trip. Thank you for watching, subscribe for more to come, and I'll see you next time. Whew.